Okay, what is the Dravidian hypothesis?
Can you please tell what are the attributes that a leader should be invariably possessing to deliver to the expectation of the people?
How do you see the freebies? 3 points in favor and 3 points in against.
What is the impact of these religious events like Mahakumbh on the economy of a country?
And give me in concrete example, these are the things which is actually repeating, and that is why we say history repeats itself.
So may I come in?
Yes, come in.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Sir.
Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Please give a brief introduction about yourself.
Sir, my name is Kaushik Mishra, and I have done my schooling till class 12th from HL School, Korwa. And after that, sir, I pursued my graduation in Bachelor of Arts from Dr. Ram Manohar Lohiya, Awadh University in Political Science, English Literature, and Ancient History. And thereafter, I completed my post-graduation from Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University in MA History. And so my hobbies include singing Hindi songs, listening to podcasts, and writing Hindi poems based on my life experiences. And some of my poems include Zindagi and Yudh.
Wonderful. So basically, you are Kaushik, you are a student of history, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me one thing. What is your view about the history which we study today?
So the history that we are studying nowadays has been interpreted by our historians, though we can include certain areas like if we talk about the South Indian history and the history of Northeast, so that our history can be made more diversified and more representative of the people of different sections of our society.
Do you think contributions of tribals, the national Indian national movement, has been undervalued by the historians?
Yes, sir. Certain section of historians like the subaltern school has this view that the history of people of tribal community has not been portrayed in a way that it should be, as they consider that their contribution is much more. So we are working on it, means our historians are also working on it, as well as the government is also focusing on that, as we have already started celebration of Janjati Gaurav Divas. And in the same way, the subaltern historians have started reinterpreting history from the point of view of PVT, the tribal groups of our country.
Name a few tribal leaders who have contributed to the freedom struggle.
Yes, sir. Birsa Munda was there from Munda community. Then Sidho and Kanhu were there from Santhal.
Anyone from the northeastern India?
Sir,
Have you heard the name of Rani Gaiden? Yeah, okay. What has been her contribution?
So she had fought against the Britishers, and she was vocal about the means cultural domination of Britishers during the period of civil disobedience movement, and she was there. She was jailed for that for a considerably long period of time.
Talking about the Indus Valley civilization,
Yes, sir.
why is essential to decipher the script of Indus Valley?
So as Indus Valley still comes in the proto-historic period, because of which we are not aware of their script, and we are not aware of the exact situation of that contemporary society. So in order to unveil the secrets of our history and our historical roots and cultural ethos, we need to understand what the people of that time did. So for that, deciphering the script is a major part.
Okay, what is the Dravidian hypothesis?
So the Dravidian hypothesis is of the view that the Harappan civilization was having linkage with the history and the language of South India, and that is the reason why the Chief Minister
on what evidence and what basis this hypothesis is being made?
So certain symbols that are used in the script of Harappa, like the use of fish and certain other symbols, they were also seen in the culture of, be it megalithic culture of South India or the early scripts of South India. So from that, some historians are of the view that there can be a connection between Dravidian history as well as the script of Harappa.
Okay. One final question from my side on history itself.
Yes, sir.
If the freedom fighters of our country descend to the earth today, what impression will they gather about our country?
So, for certain developments, they will definitely be very happy. as India is a growing democracy, a transitioning democracy, and it is trying to implement the constitutional morality and values in its actions. However, when they will see that certain issues that were there prominent even at their point of time, be it the communalization of certain issues in the politics, then inequality of resources, so they can also feel a bit hurt about it. So there can be a mixed reaction.
Mixed reaction. Tell me name of one freedom fighter who was not a politician.
So I would say Chandrasekhar Azad ji was a freedom fighter who was not a politician. And at the same time, Sir Bhagat Singh was also there, who was a freedom fighter but not a politician.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Kaushik, since you have studied political science in your graduation,
Yes, sir.
can you please tell me who has given the concept of rule of law, and insofar as Indian constitution is concerned, is there any exception to this concept, rule of law?
So as far as I remember, A.V. Dicey has
Yes.
given the concept of rule of law. And so in that, there is one exception, means we have not completely adopted his idea of rule of law, because at one point he says that the constitution or the rules come from the people. But in our system of democracy, we say that the rules are framed and that has to be followed by the people. So there is written rules and written constitution that we follow.
Okay, can you please differentiate between two concepts, equality before law and equal protection of law?
So equality before law indicates that everyone is equal in front of law, be it rich or poor or coming from any strata of our society. But equal protection of law mainly says that people who are situated at equal place should be treated equally, and if they are unequally situated, they can be treated unequally as well.
Okay. Can you please tell me something about end of history debate, since you have studied political science?
Yes, sir. So this concept was given by Francis sorry, sir, I'm unable to.
No
recall
issues.
the name
You
right
just
now.
concentrate on the concept.
Yes, sir. So in his book, he talked about when the disintegration of USSR took place. He was of the view that with disintegration of USSR, it has been proved now that capitalism is the best form of governance, and that is only going to prevail in future. So in that way, he said that the end of history has come, where we had this confusion about which governance system, be it socialism or capitalism, is best, because we have already got the answer with decline of USSR.
Okay, Kaushik, you have done your higher studies from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, right?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
please tell me about one scheme that is named after him? At least one scheme.
Sorry, sir.
No issues. You know something
I'm
about
unable to recall.
Ambedkar Circuit?
Yes, sir, I have heard about it.
Can you please delineate the 5 pillars of this particular scheme?
Sir, I'll have to look into it. I'm
Okay.
unable to recall right now.
Since you have studied political science, can you please tell me what are the ways through which one person can be getting Indian citizenship? What are the ways?
So there are certain ways given in the constitution itself. The first was the people who were the residents and who were living in India at the moment of our independence.
That is one. By birth,
Then,
one
yes,
can
sir.
be given citizenship. Another?
So
there are other
another is
criteria.
through acquiring citizenship by residing in our nation for a given period of time. One can request for citizenship, and that can be allotted.
What else?
And so thirdly, any minor child of any of the former citizen can apply for it, and they can be granted citizenship.
The Citizenship Act of 1955 was recently amended, and the rules of which were notified in 2024.
Yes, sir.
Is there any mention of any ground which prescribes for attainment of citizenship by any means?
Sir, it talks about the time period for which a person has to reside in India for 7 years.
With a special reference to this CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019.
Yes, sir.
Has there been any mention of any ground through which, attainment of which postulates that certain set of people will be given Indian citizenship? You're not aware about this?
Sir, I had gone through it, but at this moment...
No, it's my last question to you before I hand over the floor to my colleague. Can you please tell what are the attributes that a leader should be invariably possessing to deliver to the expectation of the people?
So firstly, he should be aware and available to the people.
Accessibility is one thing.
Accessibility
Yes.
is the first thing. Secondly, he should have the power of having that emotional intelligence, so that he can act according to the sentiments of the people Then thirdly, sir, he should be well aware of the vision and the objectives, what he wants to achieve for his people. So these are the three things I would say are the major ones.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Kaushik,
Yes, ma'am.
have you heard of lost civilization?
Lost civilization. Yes, ma'am. In the overall context of history, I have heard of it.
Yeah. So, what is the difference between culture and civilization?
Civilization is a reflection of culture in material form. For example, if we talk about Harappan civilization, people were culturally rich, which can be seen from civilizational remains, like there was use of toys, there was use of sculptures. So these form of material thing indicate us that they were having rich culture at their time.
And civilization is actually?
The material form or material representation of a culture.
Of a culture. Okay, fine. What do you mean by history repeats itself? And give me in concrete example, these are the things which is actually repeating, and that is why we say history repeats itself.
Yes, ma'am, there are evidences from different fields where we can see that history repeated itself. Firstly, if we talk about the world wars, so First World War got repeated in some form or the other in Second World War. Then when we talk about the 1929 Great Depression, that can be seen as repeating itself in 2008 financial crisis. And in the same way, if we talk about the USSR invading Afghanistan and then leaving it, can be seen as when US invaded Afghanistan and had to leave it. So in the three ways we can see that history
is repeating itself, and there are learnings from it.
Yes, ma'am.
I could see from your draft that you have been gender champion.
Yes, ma'am.
So what was your actually initiative in this? How you have been declared a gender champion?
Ma'am, this was a 3-step process, and in which I had applied. So firstly we had to apply, then we have to write an essay, then give a extempore, and then there was this interview. After all this, a merit was created and 2 gender champion, 1 male and 1 female was selected.
So when we talk about gender, right,
Yes,
let's be specific to women first.
Yes,
what are the various legislative measures being taken that actually empowers a woman, provides a real agency in her?
Ma'am, if we start from the life cycle of a child or a girl child, we see that PCPNDT Act is there, which criminalizes the identification of children when they are in womb. So firstly, it secures the life of a girl child. Secondly, if we talk about there is this act for women's safety, that is known as POSH Act, which secures the women safety at their workplace. Then in their domestic sphere, Dowry Act of 1961 is there, that prevents them from domestic violence and dowry, and a special act related to domestic violence is also there in of 2016. So these are
when we say that we have to bring widespread changes in the society, and especially in terms of bringing parity in the society in terms of gender, it is being said that we need to redefine masculinity. So how do you understand this redefining masculinity? First tell me, what do you understand by masculinity and how we need to redefine it?
Ma'am, masculinity is a trait which is mainly defined in our society as having certain strength in character and build, or then having qualities of leadership, or the qualities that were mainly important when the society was pastoral in nature. However, ma'am, if I talk about the current scenario, I feel femininity means when a masculine person is having or is acquiring some feminine character, that seems to be more evolutionary in nature for human beings, because that makes the masculine also more sensitive and more gender neutral. So this is what I feel about masculinity.
Okay, no issues. What is carbon dating?
Ma'am, it is a technique from which the life of any ancient object or any object can be determined.
Any artifact can be determined from this method?
Yes, ma'am. The archaeologists use this to determine the real age of any of the archaeological findings.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kaushik,
Yes.
Prayagraj is currently witnessing the organization of Mahakumbh Mela. Can you please help me understand these different types of kumbhs that are organized? For instance, Ardh Kumbh, Purn Kumbh, Kumbh, Mahakumbh, in very simple and basic terms. Can you please help me understand?
Yes, sir. So a normal Kumbh gets organized after every 3 years. Then Ardh Kumbh gets organized after every 6 years at 4 different places. And then so this Mahakumbh gets organized after every 12 years at 4 different places. So these are the major types of Kumbh.
Okay, so we are also hearing discussions that this particular edition of Mahakumbh Mela is a very special one, since it is taking place after a period of say 144 years. So
Yes,
what
sir.
is this special category?
So as among 4 places where Kumbh is organized, so in that Prayagraj is having a special significance, and that too it is coming after 144 years based on the position of Jupiter and Sun, which is significant from astrological point of view. So because of this, it is said that it is important.
Okay, do we find mention of this term Kumbh in any of our Vedas?
So explicit mention has not been found in Vedas, though there is mention of pilgrimage and religious bathing in Atharva Ved. It has been mentioned, and if we talk about Kumbh, then we find mention in Brihaspati Puran and Matsya Puran.
Okay, what is the impact of these religious events like Mahakumbh on the economy of a country?
Yes, sir. So as it has been estimated from this Mahakumbh itself, India is going to contribute around 2.5 lakh crores in the economy. At the same time, sir, it gives a boost to the local economy, be it tourism, transportation, or the services sector.
Okay.
So in this way, it is not only at the same time, sir, it also helps in boosting the infrastructural or the development related works in the district. So in that way, it kind of covers every part of the Indian economy.
So would you like to recommend that India being a religiously rich and diverse country, we should factor in events like the organization of Mahakumbh or similar other events into the economic planning, the policy planning of our country as well?
Yes, sir, I feel so, and we are doing it as well. For example, if I talk about Uttar Pradesh, there are different circuits coming up like Ramayan circuit, Buddhist circuit, which is trying to utilize the potential of tourism, and at the same time it is also enabling India in harnessing its soft power among different nations. As we see different countries and people from different origin are coming to our nation, and it is becoming a center of cultural ethos for global community.
Kaushik, what do you understand by temples of modern India?
So temples of modern India include the ones that are being constructed nowadays or since last few hundred years.
Would you like to reconsider this point of view with regards to the infrastructural development, especially post-independence?
So I request to change whatever I said just before. I feel in temple of modern India can have different interpretations as one what I said, and
Right.
secondly there are the infrastructure that are required for the economy that can also be considered as temples of modern India, because it be it the infrastructure or roads, airports or any other which boosts the economy. So in that way they can also be considered.
Kaushik, a place by the name of Sambal has been in news of late.
Yes, sir.
What is the context?
So there was this finding that people of Hindu community found some remnants of a temple under the mosque. So they are demand that there is a bit friction between the two communities for claiming the possession of that place as their religious place or religious temple.
Okay, so in the Indian society, we often come across this discussion and eventual debate that which right should be given primacy, the right of an individual with regards to his or her own freedom under Article 19, or the right of these religious institutions to maintain their sanctity. What is your opinion on this?
So Supreme Court judgments give us better understanding in this issue, because we have seen that be it triple talaq issue or the issue of Sabrimala case, Supreme Court has given more importance to the individual rights than the rights of religion. So it shows that Supreme Court has given more primacy to individual right and their dignity.
Okay, Kaushik, my last question to you.
Yes, sir.
Which article is called the heart and soul of the Constitution, and why?
So Article 32, that is a right to access to the court for
Right to constitutional
right to
remedies.
constitutional
right?
remedy, sorry sir. So that B.R. Ambedkar has also called it the soul, because it actually enforces or makes the people get their rights enforced in the real sense.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Kaushik,
Yes.
you belongs to Lucknow,
Yes, sir.
and in ancient India there has been 16 Mahajanpada.
Yes, sir.
So at present Lucknow belongs to which Mahajanpad?
So there was Kaushambi near to it. However, Kaushambi was near to Prayagraj, but Lucknow specifically, sir, I'll have to look into it.
Okay, anyway.
Yes, sir.
Recently, on line of the National Capital Region Territory, Delhi, UP government has announced for the state capital region.
Yes, sir.
Then which all is, districts do comes under that?
So there are mainly 6 districts that border Lucknow, which includes Sitapur, Hardoi, Raebareli, Unnao, and sir, 2 more districts are there.
Okay. Suppose today is your birthday
Yes, sir.
and we all wished you happy birthday
Thank you, sir.
and asked you to ask for a gift from our side. What will you be asking for?
Sir, I'll be asking for. I'll just be asking for the assessment, whatever you find in me, and some. If you can give me some recommendations that what I can improve. So this is all that I want.
Anyway, see, recently government of UP has announced that this time in Panchayati Raj system, the elections to the chairman of block level as well as the district level is going to be by means of direct election.
Yes.
Earlier it happens to be by means of indirect election. So will it be good or bad?
So I feel it will give an opportunity for greater greater push to representative form of democracy. So that can be a better option to go for than indirect elections.
It means till date what has happened that was not up to the mark.
So as this decision has been left on the state governments to choose, so as per the act, so I feel it was not that wrong, but at the same time there can always be a scope for improvement or for making democracy more vibrant.
Anyway, my last question, that freebies has been a fashion today for all parties to enjoy in the election years.
Yes, sir.
How do you see the freebies? 3 points in favor and 3 points in against.
So freebies, if we talk about it, so it can give dual results. If we talk about the positive ones, it is a means for income distribution or the distribution of wealth among the poor sections of the society. It can help them in uplifting their position. If we talk about, for example, the free bus tickets and all, and at the same time it can also empower the women by giving special schemes or special provisions for them. So these are the 3 things that it can help in. Other than that, there are negatives, which include that it increases the culture of giving means appeasing people before elections. Secondly, it puts a lot of burden on the revenue expenditure of government. And thirdly, it is not sustainable in nature, because of which Supreme Court has said that it cannot be used as a means of uplifting people from poverty or alleviation of poverty. So in that way, it cannot be used. So these are the 3 things in negative what I can recall right now.
So,
Union budget will be presented in the Parliament on the 1st of February.
Yes, sir.
In this context, there are 2 bills which are very important. One is your appropriation bill, another is finance bill.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between the 2?
So appropriation bill mainly talks about the amount that the government wants to withdraw from the Consolidated Fund of India, and the finance bill talks about the previous expenditures that had been done from the Consolidated Fund.
Very sure on this?
Sir, I have to look into the second part.
Okay, what do you mean by fiscal deficit?
So fiscal deficit is the government's total budget. Just a second, sir. So government's total revenue when is deducted from its total expenditure, it is called fiscal deficit, and in this the borrowings is not considered.
What is borrowing?
So whatever borrowing the government does for running the government.
Why the government has to resort to borrowings?
Because when there is deficit, we have to fulfill that from external borrowings. so that our demands can be met.
One final question. What is the difference between your fiscal deficit and revenue deficit?
So fiscal deficit mainly talks about the total receipts minus total expenditure. However, revenue deficits are the one that we do on our revenue expenditure, which do not adds to any capital in our economy.
Okay, thank you very much. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So,
Come. Sit down. When is your interview, Kaushik?
So it's on 28th January.
28th January.
Yes, sir.
Which attempt is this overall?
So second.
Overall second. Last year also we had qualified.
Yes, sir.
So what was the score?
So 160.
So why only 160?
So it went a little different from what I was expecting. It was a bit factual in nature, and in that also I didn't get any analytical questions. So I don't know how it got judged actually.
No, but factual questions, did you make any guesses also while answering questions? Be honest.
No, sir, I was very straight. If I was not knowing any question, I just said sorry. But later on, I thought that maybe I had to give some attempt at least or I would have tried at least to answer any of them.
You must try, but while trying, make sure that you know something of it.
Yes, sir.
Just a wild guess will impact your personality. And you got 160, probably in such case you may get even 140, 125 also. I've seen so many cases. That's what I'm telling you.
Yes,
as because you got 160 and factual questions, some questions you knew, some others you didn't know, and you maintained that honesty. So which is why 160 was given. 160 is also not a very poor marks, isn't it?
Sir.
But I have seen many bright candidates getting 125, 140, 145 because of this habit only, not knowing and still speaking.
Yes, sir.
So make sure that questions, you don't have control over questions, what questions will be asked and all that. Every year trend keeps on changing and all.
Yes, sir.
So if opinion based questions are asked, you have no problem. I know that because your communication skill is excellent. You could communicate your ideas very clearly, not an issue on that.
Yes, sir.
By and large, your knowledge base is also very nice, and you maintained your honesty, your personal integrity and all that, and your answers were all balanced and well worded. So I don't think there's going to be any problem per se in your personality. It all depends on your luck. 160, you could get 185, 190 also. But to me, if you ask me frankly, 160 is your just benchmark, threshold level. You're capable of getting a much higher marks. So it may turn out to be a better day for you when you go for the interview on 28th.
Yes.
One or two things just by way of based on today's deliberations.
Yes, sir.
All questions you attempted well.
Yes, sir.
At one place, of course, I mean, I won't say it was an error. Error in the sense that you said something, then you realized, oh, I said something wrong.
Yes,
I shouldn't have said. To ensure that that doesn't happen, just collect your thoughts for a while. Isn't it? Kausambi,
Yes,
Kausal, they're very similar words, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You probably wanting to say Kausal, but you slip of tongue, you said Kausambi.
Yes, sir.
Such occasions let not arise.
Yes.
Otherwise, we didn't find any fault in your performance, and you will do well, no doubt. And as I mentioned earlier, 160 is your threshold level, and you are capable of scoring 180, 190, even 200. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Only we pray that it turns out to be a good day for you on 28th.
Thank you, sir.
28th is your interview.
Yes, sir.
And we ask questions on B.R. Ambedkar also.
Yes, sir.
So whatever little time is there, you update your knowledge and information, collect more information on B.R. Ambedkar.
Yes, sir.
Now 30th appears to be a martyr day, Mahatma Gandhiji's this thing.
Yes,
so some questions related to the philosophy of Ambedkar on common issues with that of Mahatma Gandhi, and
Yes,
your
sir.
views on those issues. Because it's such a big list, I can't tell you on what issue they will be asking, but there are for some fundamental difference of approach between the two. Just go through those details and not jot down at least 2-3 points. which keeps somewhere behind the back of your mind, so that such type of questions are asked, because you are a student of history also.
Yes.
So that is the approach, difference in approach. Similarities we know, but what is the difference in approach of both? And contribution of B.R. Ambedkar and all that. And you have also passed out from Lohia College, I
Yes,
believe.
sir.
So
Dr.
his contributions also is
Yes,
equally
sir.
important, because being a student of history, you may generate some interest, and people sitting this side are quite familiar with their names and their contributions.
Yes.
So maybe, I mean, this is what I anticipate, that Ram Manohar Lohia and B.R. Ambedkar साहब, ये दोनों का important हो सकता है आपके लिए. Prayagraj you have prepared well. There should not be any problem, because this is again a question, expected question. And then whatever has been happening in the state of Uttar Pradesh, be it Sambhal issue, be it your bulldozer culture and all that, keep a very balanced, maintain a very balanced view. Don't take any extreme stance on anything. This is wrong, that is right. There is nothing wrong, there is nothing right, isn't it?
Sir.
Some people believe, say like this, others differ. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
And then if you are asked to give your opinion, say that based on whatever available information you have at your disposal, this is what I personally feel, based on your limited knowledge. That's it.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, just go for it. We have already faced it once.
Yes, sir.
Go and face it again, unless you have any questions in your mind.
Yes, sir. Sir, you asked about my birthday, and it is actually my birthday on 28th.
This question has not come out of the blue.
Yes,
it
sir.
happens to be your birthday, which is why this type of question, we call it a googly. You don't anticipate this kind of a question.
Yeah.
What gift do you expect from?
What gift I expect. So what is that is what I was thinking. What should I ask for?
You think a lot. Oh, I need your blessings only, sir. That's it.
Okay.
Nothing more. Blessings has a lot of potential powers, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
Material gifts don't mean anything, matter anything.
And if I ask about if any areas of improvement you feel, so will that be okay or not?
That will be taking a very circuitous route,
Okay.
isn't it?
Yes.
Blessings means everything, it covers everything, your shortcomings or strengths, everything it covers. So they will feel, board will feel happy about it.
Yes,
This boy is quite humble and he is seeking our blessings only. Isn't they all senior to you in age and experience both? So I don't need anything but blessings of my elders and including you people. That's it.
Okay. And ma'am, you asked about masculinity, and I feel that I was not able to put it that well. So what do you feel? Did I answer or did I meet it or not? The expectations of yours.
See, it's your personal opinion. What is masculinity is, there are certain criteria on which it is being, defined, but that's not set criteria. It is a very homogeneous kind of understanding. So you were right, it's your personal belief. And why are we talking about masculinity? Because by gender understanding, everybody is affected by gender, be it men, be it women, or be it transgender or whosoever, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is what is important, and that is why we are talking about mentalities. It's a UN program actually. So it has come recently in the newspaper as well, that changing mentalities and redefining masculinity. So mentalities, MEN.
Yes,
so how do you bring change in mentalities of thinking of men so that the violence against women is actually curbed? The understanding is this, right?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
In fact, we may be getting questions on this evolving dimensions of gender
Yes.
in the modern India. How it's evolving over a period, because we are a student of history also.
Yes.
How gender dimensions are evolving over a period of time. So such related questions may be asked, because you have won an award, a prize, and you have done some work on this.
Yes.
So that is one area where something may be asked. This is all just wild guess from our side. We don't know what all the questions will really be asked. All the best to you then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.